LIC IPO. Sounds exciting, right? Why not? This is being billed as the biggest and largest IPO sale ever in India. Now, what is an IPO? IPO is the process of offering shares of a private corporation to public in a new stock issuance. What happens is an unlisted company announces IPO when it decides to raise funds through sale of shares for the first time to the public. By doing so, a portion of the company is sold to the public shareholders. Next, it gets listed in the stock exchanges, and eventually the company becomes a publicly traded firm, which means its shares can be traded freely in the open market. The initial public offering or IPO of state-owned life insurance corporation is finally opening for the public on May 4th. The state-owned life insurer's maiden IPO, India's biggest ever, will be available for public at a price band of Rs 902 to 949. The corporation will offload 22.13 crore equity shares, aggregating to a 3.5% stake for the company. And at the highest of Rs 949 per share, the government will raise about 20,557 crore, which is shorter of earlier projection of about 60,000 crore. Despite the triangulated size, it is still the largest ever IPO in India. Investors can bid for share in lot size of 15 shares and multiples thereof. At the upper range of price band, one lot of LIC will be worth Rs 14,235 exclusive of any discount. Out of 22.13 equity shares that have been put on the block, 15.81 lakh shares will be for employees, while 10% that works out of 2.21 crore shares have been for policy holders who will get shares at a Rs 60 discount. Retail buyers and employees will get a cash discount of Rs 45 per share. The stocks will be listed on May 17th. On a macro scale, 50% of the shares will be allocated to qualified institutional buyers, while 35% share for retail and 15% for non-institutional buyers. Now, how big is LIC? In 1956, LIC was formed by merging and nationalizing 245 private life insurance companies. LIC is the fifth largest life insurer in the world by life insurance gross written premium and the 10th largest insurer globally by total assets. At the end of financial year 2021, LIC had a 66% market share in new business premium. The assets under management of LIC jumped up to 10% to Rs 37,46,404.47 at the end of financial year 2021 and Rs 34,14,176.57 crore in the previous year. The net profit of the company jumped to Rs 2,974.14 crore from Rs 2,710.48 crore during the period under review. For a period ended December 31st, 2021, LIC had a total AUM of Rs 40,90,786.78 crore and reported a net profit of 1,715.31 crore. The corporation has been a financial institution for a long time and continued to remain unlisted for such a long time. LIC was always an investor, but now it is coming before the investors to get invested in. Here's what the Secretary of Department of Investment and Public Asset Management and the 1987 batch IAS officer Odisha cadet Tuhin Kantapande said on the IPO launch by the insurance behemoth.
This is an opportunity for the Indian consumer to participate in the wealth creation of one of India's most valuable corporation. The valuation reflects this opportunity, and the optimal size should provide for a strong demand and aftermarket performance. Even after the reduced size of about 21,000 crore, the LIC IPO is going to be the biggest initial public offering ever in the country. Ultimately, the market and investors will price this deal.
Now, is the valuation right? The LIC valuation has been pegged at rupees 6 lakh crore. As per the DIPAM Secretary Tuhin Kanta, the valuation is fair and attractive. He said the decision to list LIC was after taking into consideration various factors like market demand, reduced market volatility, domestic flows, and LIC performance. In February, the government had plans to sell 5% equity in LIC. However, it now plans to sell 3.5% stake in the company for rupees 21,000 crore. The reason for this trim could be volatile market conditions caused by Russia-Ukraine conflict, even as the largest listed insurance company saw a sharp decline in share prices recently. Now, should the investors buy into IPO? It is claimed that the reduction in value has made the issue attractive. Investors may or may not get immediate listing gains, but it is likely to generate decent returns over the next 3 to 4 years. With a healthy market share of around 60%, experts feel that medium to long-term investment could also be a good option. Now, what about the discount for policyholders, employees, and retail investors? The LIC IPO market lot sizes is 15 shares and retail individual investors can apply up to 14 lots, which is almost 210 shares. If you are an LIC policy holder, you will get a discount of rupees 60 per share. Employees and retail investors get a discount of rupees 45 per share. The LIC IPO subscription will be from 4th May till 9th May, whereas the anchor investors can subscribe to the shares on 2nd May. Now the question is the timing right? The LIC IPO was originally planned to be launched in March, but it was pushed further in the wake of the Russia-Ukraine crisis. The government filed a fresh draft red herring prospectus with SEBI last week for LIC IPO, and the regulator approved it earlier this week. The government has a window till May 12 to launch the IPO based on papers filed with SEBI. To attract funds from the financial market across the world, the corporation must follow the regulatory requirement and must make sure that its last filed audited financial numbers are not older than 135 days. Now, how will the IPO be received? If reports are anything to go by, the IPO will see a huge buying interest from the public. While the anchor allotment limit is rupees 6,300 crore, so far almost 100 anchor investors have committed around rupees 13,000 crore for the issue. And when the retail investor join in, the IPO will likely see tremendous interest from the people. How will the LIC look post-IPO? The insurer is expected to get a boost in terms of profile and corporate governance. Transparency will come in and the management will be accountable for the shareholders, something imaginable for LIC. This is Deepthi Ranjan Das signing off.